The government of Ghana, with the support of the World Bank and the USAID, presents to you the GCAP Diaries. The diaries showcase the success stories of the Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project being implemented by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
GCAP has come to change the face of farming in Ghana.
We have currently supported 31 grantees on various fronts.
Because of GCAP's intervention, today we have about 60% of the total number of outgrowers that we have being women.
We have learned agronomic practices.
Through the trainings, farmers have been able to increase their yields.
GCAP intervention, the road is fine.
The intervention of GCAP has been lovely and farmers have embraced it.
We want people who know and understand the market and can produce to meet the needs of the market.
Watch GCAP Diaries on this channel every Saturday at 10 a.m.
With an area of 30,310,000 square kilometers, Africa is the third largest continent on Earth after Asia and America. It is home to more than 770 million Africans and is made up of more than 50 independent states, of which Ghana is a part. In spite of its vast resources and fertile lands, Africa is no stranger to hunger, malnutrition, and famine. Many of its states have suffered various degrees of food insecurity, which has resulted in massive and horrifying deaths, particularly in Ethiopia, Somalia, and South Sudan. Though Ghana may be doing better than her neighbors, she cannot be totally excluded from the list of nations with lingering food security challenges and whose economies are also characterized by heavy food imports. This is so because in many parts of Africa, the production of food largely rests on the shoulders of the unlettered. But with population explosion, coupled with natural disasters and rapid forest and soil degradation, subsistence farming can no longer feed the teeming populace. There is therefore a holistic paradigm shift towards more efficient, commercial, and scientific methods of food production. Not surprising, therefore, Ghana's current agricultural policy framework and national development plan now emphasizes the significance of graduating from a subsistence-based smallholder system to a sector characterized by a stronger market-based orientation, which thrives on a combination of productive smallholders alongside larger commercial enterprises actively engaged in agricultural production. Sugarland Limited is an agro-based horticultural company with a humble beginning which started operations between 2008 and 2010 and was duly registered in 2012. It acquired a 50 years leased land of 60 acres at Kotoko in the Dangwe West district of the Greater Accra region. The land is strategically wedged between the Klebu Lake and a stream, and these water bodies provide sufficient water for all-year farming. The site is also blessed with good road network and great climatic conditions for horticultural crops.
The major objective of Sugarland is to produce these vegetables and fruits under strictly hygienic and scientific conditions for the consumer, mainly those in Ghana and for export. So Sugarland has evolved a system where we've moved from the open field to the greenhouse systems where we control everything we do from the soil to the water that we use for the plants and the final produce. One of the major objectives is to get these things done well, and then we can get people to patronize our products.
Though Sugarland Limited acquired a sizable land for cultivation, it was unable to put all of it under cultivation for optimum results as a result of insufficient resources to develop available lands and acquire best horticultural practices. This challenge inhibited the company and outgrowers to maximize their potential.
The government of Ghana, with the support of the World Bank and the USAID, presents to you the GCAP Diaries. The diaries showcase the success stories of the Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project being implemented by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
GCAP has come to change the face of farming in Ghana.
We have currently supported 31 grantees on various fronts.
Because of GCAP's intervention, today we have about 60% of the total number of outgrowers that we have being women.
We have learned agronomic practices.
Through the trainings, farmers have been able to increase their yields.
GCAP intervention, the road is fine.
The intervention of GCAP have been lovely and farmers have embraced it.
We want people who know and understand the market and can produce to meet the needs of the market.
Watch GCAP Diaries on this channel every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Though the main objective of Sugarland Limited was to produce fruits and vegetables in a strictly hygienic and scientific manner, in order to gain access to a larger market, it lacked resources, good horticultural and scientific skills, and this militated against a higher productivity. Farmers neither had the technical know-how of applying the fertilizers at the right time and right quantities, nor had they any knowledge of keeping the right temperatures, moisture, pH levels, and best pruning practices, among others. In their quest to increase produce, enhance their quality, and push profit margins, Sugarland Limited applied to GCAP for funding to enable it to build capacity to implement scientific methods of horticultural production through the construction of environ domes and the use of scientific equipment to check temperature, moisture, plant nutrients, and pH levels. It also needed to train its outgrowers on good horticultural practices, bookkeeping, group formation, and dynamics. GCAP provided a total of $390,000, which covered land development, a pack house for processing of fruits and vegetables, environ domes, and capacity building for training in the use of the environ domes and other crucial activities. It has a total of 20 outgrowers, of which women constitute 80%. It has a total of 4 permanent staff and 8 temporary field workers. The company mainly cultivates fresh fruits and vegetables such as mango, guava, tomato, lettuce, cabbage, pepper, and many others.
Sugarland started in the year of our Lord 2008 as an open field vegetable company. We're basically doing fresh peppers during the raining season, some maize and other vegetables. More importantly, we were doing dry season okra, which is what you saw when you came to the farm from the outside. And before we met GCAP, we were doing these things, processing the fresh pepper to dry powdered pepper because of the season. Then we discovered the environmental greenhouse systems by SVL. We ordered a couple of, about 6 of them. GCAP came in the newspapers about the first call, so Sugarland applied. By the grace of God, we were given an allocation to buy some additional domes to impact on the citizenry in the area, especially the women, and to help them with their livelihood. So with the help of GCAP, we got the domes in addition to ours. We constructed. This is just phase 1, because the construction takes time and a lot of resources. So we've done phase 1 and we've started producing domes, as you can see around.
Hence, when Striving Sugarland Limited applied for support, GCAP awarded it a grant of $390,000 to remove the main binding constraints that hampered its productivity. This intervention enabled it to undertake major projects such as land development, construction of greenhouses or domes, and the acquisition of farm inputs and equipment, fertilizers and chemicals.
Their request was for us to support them to buy 10 envirodomes, and then also to have support to build their capacity to make maximum use of the environment, both technical and their capacity. And so GCAP agreed to support them. And as part of that support, we helped them to bring the 10 envirodomes. Unlike the most common envirodomes around, their envirodomes have a bigger and wider capacity.
Envirodomes are basically greenhouses. So it's a controlled environment, and they control the temperature, they control the water application, they control fertilizer application and pesticides.
It may interest you to know that a lot of people come to the GCAP office here in Cantonment to find out more about the greenhouse technology, because I think there are few in the country. So most people are very interested in finding out how it works. In most cases, we are able to explain to them how this greenhouse technology can help farmers be able to multiply their yields by a twofold or threefold.
The company provided 20% to complement GCAP's 80% grant as its matching contribution.
We are happy with what they are doing. They may not have as many outgrowers as you have for other farms, but on their open fields, they are supporting 20 smallholder farmers to have their own vegetable farms. And then also they have dedicated one envirodome, which is being used by the smallholders to cultivate vegetables.
Sugarland Limited now has a total capitalization of 859,900 Ghana cedis or $343,960. As part of its implementing strategy, Sugarland Limited was able to increase its initial 6-unit environdomes to 10 doubles. The process of land development included the plowing and laying of beds in the domes, a 7-metric-ton pack house for processing of fruits and vegetables.
Currently, the 7 metric tons warehouse or pack house is still under construction. We are hopeful that by May or June of this year, it should have been completed. Also, the land development intervention has also been completed. 5 hectares of land has been developed by the support of GCAP. Then also, the envirodomes has been installed as I speak now. And the outgrowers, out of the 20, 10 have been trained on the use of the envirodome greenhouse.
The government of Ghana, with the support of the World Bank and the USAID, presents to you the GCAP Diaries. The diaries showcase the success stories of the Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project being implemented by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
GCAP has come to change the face of farming in Ghana.
We have currently supported 31 grantees on various fronts.
Because of GCAP's intervention, today we have about 60% of the total number of outgrowers that we have being women.
We have learned agronomic practices.
Through the trainings, farmers have been able to increase their yields.
GCAP intervention, the road is fine.
The intervention of GCAP has been lovely and farmers have embraced it.
We want people who know and understand the market and can produce to meet the needs of the market.
Watch GCAP Diaries on this channel every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Outgrowers were and are being trained in various horticultural practices, chemical usage, watering and pruning of plants and group dynamics.
As part of the training, we want to take them through exactly what is expected of them to successfully implement the ESMP or the Environmental Management Plan. Then we will take them through the processes they should follow to implement their Environmental Management Plan. And we will help them to develop their own action plans. The action plan will not be applicable to the nucleus farmer alone, but his outgrower. as well. And it's supposed to be quarterly action plans. And based on that, GCAP, we will monitor them to ensure whatever has been captured in their quarter plans or quarterly plans, they are well implemented.
The number of outgrowers has increased to 20 as a result of the GCAP support.
We ensure that the nucleus farmer is transferring technology to the outgrowers. This we do by going out to the field to ensure that the nucleus farmer carries the outgrowers every step of the way throughout the cycle of production.
Sugarland Limited could not have achieved such remarkable feat without the total commitment and sacrifice of its staff. One of the pillars of Sugarland Limited is the General Overseer.
We have 20 contract farmers, which currently 10 of them have completed training through support of GCAP. We took them through nursing, and nursing begins with the medium in which we plant. We use carbonated rice husk to nurse our seedlings.
This is a medium we use in our environmental greenhouses for the bedding material. We mix it with the soil to give us a good bedding material for the vegetables. So what you see them doing there, they have charcoal in the barrel, and you do not want the husk to turn to ash, so they keep turning it around and around, and when it becomes black, we sprinkle it with water so it doesn't turn to ash, and we use it as a medium.
And then after that we prepare the land as you see them, some of them working on the land. We mix this carbonated husk with the soil to make it a bit lighter for easy movement of the roots of the plants. Currently, we have planted 2 domes of our crops, that is tomatoes, pepper, and subsequent weeks we plant okra and other vegetables.
It was very difficult with the open field cultivation. Perhaps to irrigation, as in you see some of the tomatoes will lie and it will be affected by insects. With the help of GCAP, we were able to acquire the dome, development of the land, helping in the building of the pack house and training of the outgrowers. We train them how to water, how to take temperature, how to check the moisture level, how to check the pH of the media, the pruning, how to check diseased plants, and how to check whether a plant is lacking nutrients. Most of the women keep on complaining about open field, what goes on there, but with this they are able to learn new stuff and take it to the farm and make it better.
From the help of GCAP and Sugarland, I've been able to acquire new knowledge about how to make the soil become soft and air can pass through. We use the biochar to mix the soil.